Thanks for watching. This is our PolicyCast talking about the Financial Regulation Reform Bill, or the Wall Street Regulatory Reform Bill that we passed through the Congress and have now sent to the President. This is a bill, of course, that was a result of the meltdown of our financial system that occurred a couple of years ago. We're trying to put in place some protections and ensure that that not happen again. Well, this does several things to try to guard against financial meltdowns in the future. First, it brings additional transparency to the derivatives markets that exist. This has been an area that has not been subject to regulation and really not been subject of reporting in any significant way, and this legislation changes that very substantially. It also puts in place additional liquidity requirements, capital requirements for financial institutions that are going to operate. It gives additional authority both to the Federal Reserve and to the Department of Treasury and the various agencies that do the regulation of financial institutions, so that they can take over financial institutions where necessary to head off financial crises in the future. Well, this does put in place a Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which is a new entity that will, for the first time, take on the job of trying to ensure that consumers are adequately protected when they engage in financial transactions and purchase financial products with their investment funds. This is important legislation that we've not had in place, and I think had we had this in place before, we might well have avoided the financial problems that we encountered that have caused such economic dislocation in our country and throughout the world. Well, there's several ways in which it benefits small businesses. One very direct way is that it ensures that lower rates can be charged by these credit card companies for debit cards. I think it's clear to everybody who's looked at it that the cost of providing a debit card is substantially less than the cost of providing a credit card for the credit card companies, and they unfortunately have been charging the same fees to merchants when those cards are used, those debit cards are used, as if they were credit cards. So what we're doing here is giving authority to the Federal Reserve to set different rates and limit what can be charged in that regard. I think that will help. We also allow, for the first time, merchants to provide discounts. If people want to pay in cash, if people want to avoid using a credit card, there's no reason why a merchant shouldn't be able to have that reflected in the cost to the customer. And that will be a help, I think, in encouraging more purchasing that is not through credit cards and not through debit cards, either one. Well, I do think this is important legislation. I think all experts would agree that this is the most significant rewrite and reform of the financial regulatory laws in this country in 50 years or more. And I think it's a step forward. I think it will help us to avoid some of the problems we encountered a couple of years ago, and for that reason I strongly support the bill and hope the President signs it very, very soon. Thanks again for watching.